called Hot Takes from the Bus. We got Will and Taylor here, the Bussin' Boys. We're looking for hot takes that come directly off your show. Taylor, start us off.
First off, we need to fix that bus. If you guys want the NIL, we can give it to you guys. My hot take is Joe Burrow is the only NFL player that can lawyer up and sue the team he's playing for the lack of protection he's had the last couple of years. Hawk, your thoughts?
Not in agreement. I think he has some culpability himself. I love the idea. I love to go get the money, but you wanted Jamar Chase, which has worked out great, but a tackle would have been cool. You wanted T. Higgins. All those are assets that you can put into your offensive line. No? You're not a big old line guy?
Here's some data that can help his point. Andrew Luck was sacked 174 times in his 86 career games. Joe Burrow sacked 201 times in his 71 career games.
That go the way you want it, Hawk? They didn't hold him hostage to play quarterback.
Here's the question.
Let's do.
Dan, I will have people sitting up here telling me that sacks sometimes are a quarterback statistic.
Sure.
To what degree is Burrow himself? Because, I mean, the line on the screen is a hot take. I like it, and I think there's a lot of people who feel like the Bengals have failed Joe Burrow. And I think we're all very afraid. You brought up the name Andrew Luck the other day. A lot of us are very afraid that we're going to see his career shortened. He should be one of the great players that we've ever seen.
Sure.
But how much of it, I'm asking you in an honest way, I'm not trying to lead the jury here.
No, I know.
How much of it is on him?
A very little percentage. I mean, certainly the style of offense that he does like to play, because he likes to play spread out like we did at LSU, part of it. Likes to hold on to the football as long as he can to make some throws, part of it. But there's a lot more going into it, meaning the way that they've built their offensive line, the commitment to the assets of doing so and making the right selections, the style of offense, the scheme that hasn't evolved to center on protection. I mean, like Green, I will tell you this. When I was in Houston with Gary Kubiak, every play started with, can we block this or not? And if we couldn't, he wouldn't call it. And I don't think that's been the case.
So we missed you Monday. You were doing the game, but Rex was very hot on that. He was very upset. And he said, "Can we not put 5 guys out in every single route? They do not focus on the protection." That's what you're talking about. Is that their offensive scheme focuses on getting guys out into the route and not on protecting the quarterback?
I do think there's a piece in every part of it. To your point, but I think when I joked earlier about Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, my favorite receiving core in the league before. Joe Burrow, the style of play that he plays, that's why he is special. Because we talk about, you're seeing the rush in front of you with Aaron Rodgers. Joe Burrow doesn't see anything in front of him. He's going to hang in there as long as possible, extend the play as long as it needs to get a guy open, and that's what makes him special. But with new information comes new approach. Now you understand, okay, we got to change what we're doing a little bit to make sure our quarterback is always in the lineup.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to file a lawsuit if you're Joe Burrow, but if you are, next time you come back from this injury, you need to talk about the blocking schemes. If you watch the film of the Bengals and most of their games, very little do you see a tight end sticking in and hitting a chip to the man side while the other way is sliding. You can do H2, H3, which everybody looking out there. It's a 7-man protection. Send T. Higgins and Jamar Chase out there on deep routes. There's a lot of things you can do to help and protect Joe Burrow, even when they're spreading it out and they just, for some reason, choose not to do it and not to get assets in their offensive line.
Well, they're staying 10 toes on your hot take.
But I mean,
you got to take this.
You're right. Joe Burrow is going to sue.
I think it should change the Bengals. I think it should change the way a lot of quarterbacks or offenses are handled. I think it should happen in Washington with Jaden.
It's a devastating injury in Cincinnati, without question. All right, that's hot take number 1. The next one takes us to Green Bay.
I will propose this second one as a question. Are you a former first-round quarterback looking to rejuvenate your career?
Yes.
Kevin O'Connell is your answer.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. That's an excellent one. It's not at all what we had planned, and thus there's nothing on the screen right now. I just kind of made that one up as we went, but I like that. That's the beauty of having
I'll
you guys
answer both
on here.
those questions. Green Bay Packers, the best team in the NFC right now. I think they're incredible.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is the hot take was the Green Bay Packers are the best team in the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Let's talk about that one. Do you agree? Are the Green Bay Packers the best team in the NFL?
I agree. They're the most complete team. They can run the ball well. Jordan Love, he can sling it. They have an elite defense. Their defense is better than their offense this year. Look at all the major categories. Sacks, they're third in the league. Pressure rate, 54 pressures. They have monsters at all 3 levels. They have shut down cornerbacks because of that elite pass rush, and Jordan Love can sling it.
I'm trying very hard not to do what I always do, which is just overreact to the recency bias. First thing you see, they've played 2 games in 5 days, and now we haven't seen them in a week and a half. So I don't think we were saying the Packers were the best team in the sport before they made the Micah Parsons trade.
Sure.
Does he put them, is he the difference? I mean, is that the reason we're saying that now?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a game changer. He's a game wrecker. Said that since the trade went down, there's 6 or 7 of them in the NFL. He's one of them. This team is as good as anybody in the NFL. I'm not saying through 2 weeks that the Packers are better than the Rams. Obviously, the Eagles, you got to go beat the Eagles when it matters the most. The Chargers, the Ravens, like they're right up there as well. So there's a group of teams that you feel the Super Bowl winner is going to come out of that pie of 6 or 7. They're one of them.
I think the Packers are the best team in the NFC, or even better than the Rams, because they're not even at their full strength.
Dan's wrong, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew Golden, who's a rookie receiver, there are plays down the field they're still getting used to. Reed is hurt, but I am telling you, there's even another element that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, why? Give me the why behind you thinking Packers definitively better.
There's nothing they can't do. There's nothing they can't
Same
do.
with the Rams.
Their depth on offense
don't run
and
the ball as
defense.
effectively
Even
as
with
the
Micah
Packers do.
Parsons, like, yes, he's special, but the reason why he's special is because he is not tasked to do everything. That deep line as a whole, those DBs we had to tape yesterday, they sat on every single route
You seen the
against the
Rams
Washington
defensive
Commanders.
line?
They made the Commanders' offense
Middle of the pack
look
and run
rudimentary.
defense. Packers are top 5. They shut it down, and they get after the quarterback.
But to put on the film, offense, defense, special teams, no team is playing cleaner, better than the Green Bay Packers right now.
I think they're both great. I think the Packers are more
3-1,
talented.
Dan. What are you
I
gonna
think
do,
they're
Dan?
both good teams.
Say something.
I think the Packers are a more
did.
talented roster, which
The
gives
Rams
them
are
the
just
edge.
as good. You got to beat the Eagles. Baltimore just as good. Chargers just as good.
Well, they've opened. The Packers did open with 2 teams that we think are going to be pretty good this year. I still would include the Commanders in that. Both those games were at home, still kind of riding a little bit of that magic carpet high from making that trade. Let's see what
very
happens.
good.
They have a very winnable game this week,
Packers
and you can
Palooza.
see our analytics think that they are the team to beat in the NFC. Okay, guys, let's shift it to college. You ready to do that? Yes. Let's talk about some upset alerts, and then we'll talk about the biggest game of your lives. But Taylor, let me start with this.
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma.
They're not an upset alert.
So no on the upset alert there. Will Compton, how about Miami taking on Florida? Should the Hurricanes be on upset alert?
Look, I had Florida as my wounded animal coming out on top at Death Valley against LSU last week. I still see him as a wounded animal, not a dead animal. I think Miami is on upset alert because, look, DJ Lagway, he throws 5 picks. They lose the game by 10. I think Miami needs to be very cautious about this Florida Gators team because they're very good on defense.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yep.
Just give you a hard time. The LSU offense is nowhere near what the Miami's offense is. If DJ Lagway is going to be their saving grace, he's got to take care of the ball. They're not running it very well with the Joe Moore, predicted offensive line. They're a dead animal.
And then finally, after 1 hour and 37 minutes, we finally bring up the T-shirts, the Bussin' Bowl. So this game this weekend, Michigan versus Nebraska. We have the Alumni Bowl here. Sheffy, of course, a Michigan man, but we've got major stakes. Major stakes. Can you tell the world exactly what is at stake as Michigan plays Nebraska this weekend?
Listen, I left the floor wide open for Will Compton when it came to putting up this bet. What we've landed on is this.
He had a couple good middle school.
The loser has to shave their entire head and their face. That includes my mustache, no eyebrows. The loser has to
Be clear, keep the eyebrows.
keep the eyebrows.
Meaning the eyebrows don't count.
Yes.
The loser has to concede to the 1997 national championship.